Donald Trump, if you're kicking out Somalis, you have to kick out everyone else. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm speaking for all of my African brothers and sisters. If you...
From Minnesota, two-state solution.
You know, recently a lot of Somalis have been returning to their rightful homeland in Minnesota, and I've seen a lot of people propose like a two-state solution.
To leftist al-Somali protests. What value has the Somali community brought in America?
How's this? No, I don't like Somalis. I don't want them in my country, and they bring absolutely nothing of value here. And I know people are gonna sit there and scream and cry, oh my gosh.
Hello, how are you? Welcome back to ShowNewTrend. I'm host of the day, and my name is Elvis Derry.
Sources claim that Somali migrants in Minnesota used a random name generator to create fake names of children to get paid.
Remind us, logistically, how were these people able to pull off this massive fraud scheme? Was it just overbilling?
Right. It started out as overbilling. So the Child Care Center might have 60 people officially enrolled on their books, and 30 would show up on a given day, but they billed as if all 60 showed up. Just straight up overbilling. Over time, it evolved into a much more brazen scheme where they would create nonprofits, go register with the Secretary of State's office, create a nonprofit, and then file to join the food program. And literally, one day they didn't exist. The next day they existed. The day after that, they were claiming to feed 5,000 children a day. Their children didn't exist. So you mentioned the spreadsheets where they just used a random name generator to make up names of non-existent children to show to the state, we really are feeding all these kids, but the kids didn't exist, the food didn't exist. So it started out as overbilling, and then it became billing for non-existent stuff. They just send invoices without bothering to buy food or actually feed kids. And that got extended into some of these other programs like the Housing Stabilization Program or some of these other programs like Addiction Recovery, where they're billing for services not provided, billing for goods not provided. And the government, state government, was just paying the invoices, no questions asked.
Should Minnesota have a two-state solution? Do you support this?
You know, recently a lot of Somalis have been returning to their rightful homeland in Minnesota. And I've seen a lot of people propose like a two-state solution where, you know, the Somalis, they get some parts and then the Americans, they can keep some other parts. But honestly, it's just a bunch of bullshit. I mean, it's written in the Quran, the Talmud, the Bible, that the Somalis' rightful homeland is Minnesota. I mean, literally, Genesis 12:3, it reads, Somalis should be in Minnesota. Like, why should the Americans never should have even settled there in the first place. I mean, they read the Bible. They knew that it was the Somali homeland. I mean, I don't know what was wrong with those fucking guys. Like, there needs to be one state in Minnesota, and it is a Somali state. It is a Somali state, firmly Somali state. And anyone who says anything else is an anti-Somalite, all right? Anti-Somalite, and I don't want to associate.
So, will the Minnesota two-state solution work, or should ICE agents arrest and deport?
How's this? No, I don't like Somalis. I don't want them in my country, and they bring absolutely nothing of value here. And I know people are gonna sit there and scream and cry, oh my gosh, the statistics, they're so racist. But at the end of the day, the facts are the facts, and I'm not going to apologize for that. I mean, genuinely, what have they brought of value here? And I'm not saying that they're all bad on an individual level. I understand that people who lack nuance aren't going to be able to comprehend that as a collective they're bad. Individuals, I'm sure that there are some that are fine, just like any other population. But if you look at the violent crime statistics, you would see that it's not stopping when they get to America. Somalia has a terrible problem with violent crime. They come into places like Minnesota, and despite being an extremely disproportionate amount of the population, their violent crime rates are sky high. It's absolutely disgusting, doing some of the worst atrocities like raping young girls, because over there in their country, they do not value women. They do not see them as an equal, and they are totally okay with things like child marriage. In fact, when there was a law proposed to raise the marriage age to 18 years old, the protests got so bad from the grown men that the courts decided that they were just going to leave it at the age of 9. Is that what you want brought into your country? Is that what you want around your wives, your sisters, your daughters, just other human beings? Is that what you want to bring into this country so that you could feel better about being a white warrior? I'm sorry, that's absolutely disgusting.
ICE agents have started going door to door detaining Somalis. Did you vote for this?
For why? That's harassing. You're unwanted guest. So you're basically trespassing.
I think you're wrong.
No, I'm not wrong. I'm actually right. I'm recording this. I did call the police, and they're on their way.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, wait. You can't just be just.
سيف باطورة ملفي عم بجوتورة.
يلا ابد بابي.
معلم محمد. ورا سوريا سك.
You're unwanted guest.
كوادي. مكواسة. ألا ما والله ما يكذب.
Liberals and Somalis in Minneapolis surrounded unmarked ICE vans, throwing objects and blocking escape routes during a federal deportation raid. A Somali woman in Minnesota wanted to call the police after she spotted ICE agents detaining a suspected illegal.
What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing?
Please stay back 25 feet.
That's illegal. You guys leave him alone. Leave him alone. You guys cannot do that. That's illegal. Call 911. Call 911. They're doing kidnapping. That's illegal. Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
Smile me, sir. Smile at me, ma'am.
Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. You guys are doing kidnapping. Kidnapping. This is called kidnapping. Kidnapping. This kidnapping. Call 911. Naima, call 911. Piece of work. This is called kidnapping. This is kidnapping. Sir, this is illegal. This is kidnapping. Kidnapping. It's called kidnapping. Piece of shit. Illegal.
Thank you so much for joining us on today's show. See you in the next one. Bye bye.